Oh, what's going on, Targeting Visual Community? Okay, so when I first found out about this program versus now, I remember this is taking me back to like 13 years ago, something I talk about on my channel all the time. This is taking me back to like 13 years ago when I first found out what was being done to me. There was no one that could have convinced me that, I wasn't being investigated for something. These people honestly make you think that you are the problem. That's one of the biggest problems in this Gangstalking program. What a lot of targeted individuals fail to understand when they first find out that they're being targeted is that, you're not on no FBI watch list, bro. These people don't think that you're a potential terrorist. You don't have a warrant. You're not being investigated for anything. It has nothing to do with these things. It's just simply because of who you are. I didn't even know the gang stalking program, much less that. It's not until my third time relocating I got to really find out about this program. I'm not the only TI. I'm not the only TI that, if it wasn't for former prosecutor Myron May, a target individual, who dropped some videos on YouTube before he got forced to act out in violence. I'm just going to leave it at. If it wasn't for that individual, I probably wouldn't be here making this video for you guys today. On aliens, on target individuals, on secret societies. The amount of research that I do, I probably would be here today, but, it would definitely be different. My life would be different. Ever since I've watched those videos that this man put out, those 3 videos that's over 30 minutes long. I mean, the way how this man clearly breaks down the gang stalking program in clear detail. There's nothing more I can possibly ask for from a TI. And, I remember watching those videos, and even watching them now, man, it's like each and every time when I click on that video, each and every time when I click on one of those videos, man, it's just something that words can't explain. I would always push to not let that individual story die, to not let my story die, because we are a special type of targeted individual. There's a lot of people that see Myron May videos and they may drop a comment on YouTube, or if it's on any other app or whatever, they may see these videos and drop comments. And most of these people are the type of target individual that Myron May was. You guys know what I mean? Being the type of target individual that Myron May is, you don't get peace, bro. It's just like what he said. It just goes back around the circle to what he was explaining to us in those videos. You don't get to live a normal life. And it's a sad and unfortunate truth. Being the type of person that I am, you guys could probably not tell that I'm, fighting a secret, deadly government program. Because of the energy that I go around with, bro. I never let this energy, let me have negative energy towards anyone. I've always tried to have positive energy, being that positive person that I was born to be. You guys know what I mean? And, you couldn't tell that I'm fighting a secret government program. You couldn't tell that I've died far too many times and came back to life, It's sad. It's very sad. And all you have is yourself. This program is designed for only you to see. I had moved, the third destination I'm talking about, I had moved from there back to my old town. The last video that I post on this channel is, the city that I was born and raised in, the city that I moved back to. And, I found a job and everything. Bad idea, I know. I met someone, I got a girlfriend and everything at my workplace, and, it never worked out. It was a very sweet girl. It was the best relationship I ever had. But I got to find out that, not all the time when we meet these, quote, perpetrators in life, they're intentionally, gang stalking us. This girl, her going against me for a secret government program is not something that, I would have in mind. It's not something that I'd believe. It's not something that I would even look out for. However, at that job, some weird stuff started to go down. She would be doing spying and things like that. I would be catching her, like spying and stuff. Listen, it's no different than you catching any other perpetrator of this Gangstalking program acting very strange towards you. That's always something that's common with target individuals. These perps that come around us. Some of these people that come around us, it's like there's no other way to describe them besides them, making their presence known towards you, whether it's a negative energy inside them, whether they're not intentionally or knowingly doing this to you. But you see it. In no way, shape, or form can I say that this woman was knowingly or intentionally targeting me, bro. Knowing that this woman loved me and everything, knowing all that we've been through is just impossible to me. But I can say that there was some strange behavior that she had towards me at that workplace. And it's not just one time. It's not just one occasion, bro. This is multiple occasions that, I can look back at and see that something is just not right. I've caught this girl spying. I've caught this girl moving very funny towards me like a robot or like an alien or some shit. And I got to find out that, listen, man, these people who we think is knowingly, and as I said, intentionally targeting us, is no different than these people that drive around in specified colored vehicles. Some of these people don't know. They're just being driven by these demonic forces. They're just being driven by monitoring spirits. They're just being driven by, these dark entities of the Gangstalking program. Dash Micro M here speaking, people. I always appreciate you guys for listening.